Hello. Can you feel the light inside? Can you feel that fire? Hello, everybody. So first of all, we're live, I think, hopefully. Okay. Let's share out the stream really quick. Just give me like one momento. We'll be on our way. I also have to plug in my phone so it's not dead for tonight. Hi, hello. Welcome, everybody. Create a post. Hi. And then, last but not least, share it to the Discord server. Discord. Okay. Okay. And we also have audio this time. Cool. Cool beans. Let me see. Let me check audio.
I wonder how I should be marketing my business.
I wonder if I should raise my prices.
What if I told you there's a place?
Cool beans. All right, we're getting audio. Okay, so today, before we get super started, I wanted to actually I wanted to show you guys something that me and myself and I have been working on today. This is not the final product, okay? This is not the final product. This is going to be for the short we're working on today, Poor Decisions. Originally, we were going to use the song that's literally called Poor Decisions. Right now, I'm currently working on making another song that's very similar to it, but that is completely brand new instrumentals, new lyrics. It's going to say more than just Poor Decisions. But right now, all we have is the old instrumental with my new lyrics. So I just kind of wanted to show that off before we hopped into actual animating. So yeah, I mixed this morning for like 30 minutes or whatever. So the vocals are not all the way there yet. There still needs to be a little bit of changing in tunes and everything and all that. Adding more vocals and shit. So let's hear it. So it starts off with this. Actually, turn it a little bit. Starts off with this very, average.
Wake up every morning, it's a different day. Make poor decisions, get out of my way. If you try to stop me, then you will get paid. I don't really care, cause all I wanna make is poor decisions. Poor decisions. Poor decisions. Poor decisions. It's gonna be so awkward. Who's gonna make you look bored? I know you can't afford
yeah, so that is the demo of the song. Like I said, it's not finished or anything. This is not the official one that's going to be coming out and releasing to the public, but this is an early version. I don't know if it's good or not. I've been sending it to a couple people. A lot of people have been saying it's good. I'm not sure if they're basing it off of the beat or my vocal performance. My vocal performance probably wasn't very great, but I'm not a trained singer, so yeah. I'm just very excited to share this stuff with you guys because I like nerding out. Originally we were going to have, because there's no auto-tune involved, at least on the main one. I'm not sure if I still have it pitched on the second one. Yeah. Oh, it's ever so slightly because of, I wanted to make sure that there was the effect that it had on it. Because if we mute all of these ones, except for the last track, we'll get the...
Wake up every morning, it's a different day. Make poor decisions, get out of my way.
And if we go back over here, and we turn it all the way off, oh, oops, I went all the way back, okay. If we turn it all the way off.
Wake up every morning, it's a different day. Make poor decisions, get out of my way.
I thought I had... Oh, they must have been the other one that's underneath it. Yeah. All fairly cool. All very cool. We're very close to finishing the song, so once the song's finished, animation's finished, episode's releasing sometime in the next couple weeks. This episode's been in production for the last year or so it's been really awesome kind of putting it all together. This is actually the longest short we've ever done on the channel. Don't get that confused with rylee Adventures Main. That's still the longest animation we've done on the channel so far, and it's going to be topped episode 2 or 3. But we really did want to kind of just make a short and have fun with it. I love the Poor Decisions episodes. We're actually doing another Poor Decisions episode that hasn't been announced yet. So, yeah, stay tuned for that one, because that one's coming out not too long after the first, or I guess the second Poor Decisions. Or no, not the second, the fourth Poor Decision. Poor Decisions Forever. Also, I got a new background, by the way. The old background's still there. I just kind of moved the room around, as you can see, all my fucking artwork and shit over there. But the old background's still over there. I just kind of moved things around in my room so that I could have this little space in the corner. Because I think this looks nice. It looks fitting for a streaming YouTube thing. It also matches really nice as it's a high contrast with my outline, so that you can clearly see me. There's not as much detail going on in the background, and there are a lot more pixels focused on just getting the correction of everything else on the video. When it was visualizing a million different art pieces back there, it was a lot of processing power, and now the processing power is not as I don't need it as high because it's not processing as much image behind me. But yeah, super cool. We're going to now go animate. Make up everyone, it's a different day. Make poor decision, get out of my way. That also just came off the dome. I don't like sitting down and writing songs, which is going to be fairly prominent. In later things you guys will figure out. Hey, head on my way. Gonna make 'em poor, yeah. Gonna make 'em poor. Let's get this screen sharing. Said hi. Hello. Yannick Studios. We're gonna hear the original song as we're animating as well.
I'm sure that
Actually, I'm not gonna work on the montage. I'm gonna work on the Dalton scene at the end. There's gonna be a post-credit scene with Dalton. Give me some- Hello?
Yo, what's up?
Hi.
What's good?
Not much. I forgot that this account isn't on Deafin. Can you still hear me? Hello? Hello, can you still hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've listened to the Poor Decisions theme song.
Yeah, I just showed it to chat. No reactions.
Yeah, I know. I think it's good. It's just that Iron has a problem with it, I guess, because it's not like original.
No, he has a problem with me reusing the beat, which I was already talking to. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go have fan redo the instrumental, the background music, because that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm worried about and concerned about too. Is the background music needs to be changed because I'm not trying to get sued by some random person. That's why I wasn't like 100% with using the original Poor Decision song from the get-go, so I just made a new one, but I just used the original Poor Decision beat as a like reference and
Yeah,
temporary.
I assumed they're gonna do that anyway.
Yeah. So otherwise the
Yeah,
lyrics
just
will
like
probably
recreate the same instrumental
yeah.
and then sing over that. Yeah.
I'm making fan's gonna do his own stuff to it, and then when I get it back, if I need to redo some of the vocals, that's fine. Because some of the vocals are a little, but I'm not a trained singer, so I try.
Yeah.
You guys get a little taste of the new Dalton voice actor here. Man, I hate my life. My friends suck. Yeah, no one has seen this scene yet. Because the new Dalton voice actor is a lot more emotive in his vocals than the original Dalton was. There's also going to be some character changes that I'm going to need to implement. Because he asked if he could have longer hair since we're redoing everything. So I also need to make sure that you, Yannick, replace Dalton's hair when you redo 3. It's not very much needed, but because most of it's going to be in like 1 or 2 scenes anyways, but I think Yannick died again.
No, I'm not dead.
What the hell? What the sigamo?
So I know there's a few ways to get Flip a Clip on your PC. How'd you do it again?
On the PC, you can buy it through what's it called? Or not buy it, but you can get it through Chrome. They don't have like I don't think they have like an official Flip a Clip for PC yet. But I was able to like use like emulators and stuff. I haven't recently been using it because it's kind of glitchy.
Is it on the Chrome Web Store?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Damn. I just assumed you used like BlueStacks or something.
That's what I was using to use the emulator.
Yeah. I didn't know there was an actual like. Damn, that's cool.
Whoa. Yeah, I don't think that's an official website. Yeah, but I don't have a Chrome computer, so I don't know.
Wait, this is also like completely free, and it lets you do like as many layers as you want.
What?
This Chrome version. I'm like trying it right now.
Send me the link.
I did some like reorganizing, so I might have to log in again.
Sorry, you probably sent it to my main account. Hello?
Yeah, just wait a second.
Okay.
I'm doing that.
Yeah, just send it to general. POV me waiting for Yannick.
Yeah, wait, just wait. You're gonna have to try it yourself. Okay, if you get stuck, just tell me.
Where'd you send it?
Already? No, just 1 sec. I'm resetting my password.
For what?
For Discord.
Oh. This isn't Flip a Clip.
Why are things broken?
What? I thought you said it was just like Flip a Clip.
Okay, there we go. I was saying it's better. See, you can go up to 60 FPS.
What, you can also do that in Flip a Clip, can't you?
Flip a Clip only goes up to 30.
What the hell?
Okay, there might be one downside.
Yeah, half the app doesn't work.
Works fine for me. I was gonna say there are no brushes besides the default.
Ah, yeah. That would also... Was this made by Flip a Clip, or is this just like a...
Flip a Create.
Ah, yeah, this is not the developers of Flip a Clip.
Wait, who's the developer? I know the developer for Flip a Clip is like I forgot what it was. Forgot the name, but
If I look at my emails, I'll be
it's definitely not Custom Tabs JI.
I don't know.
This had to be made by like one random person
Probably.
who just like they just had an idea and they're like, okay, I'm gonna put this on PC.
I mean, I guess they didn't have the idea. They saw the idea and they're like, "Ooh, I wonder if I can transform it."
They have Blender on here on the Chrome.
I know it probably also doesn't work.
All right, let's test it.
I gotta wipe off my screen.
Oh, there's a new 21 Pilots album,
What's it called?
Breach.
Mm. Is it already dropped or is it coming out?
Oh no, it was just like a trailer.
I'm waiting for the new AJR album. They haven't dropped 2 years.
Yeah, I know their father passed away.
Yeah,
It was 2 years ago, right?
yeah. When their dad died, they took a break. Which fair, but come back.
21 Pilots.
Poor.
You know what's funny?
What?
I was gonna reset my password because I forgot it, and then when I was entering a new password, I entered my old one.
Huh.
So I was like, oh, okay. So I remember it now.
Bruh.
And that's the password I've been using only for a week, which is crazy.
How many times do you forget your password? Jeez.
Not often. I had the same password for like 5 years.
Why'd you have to change it?
And this year I had to change it 3 times. Ever since I got like hacked one time.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know how that bot like just like got into my account.
You probably added somebody and... Yeah. I don't know. It wouldn't happen to Rylee Studios. Rylee Studios just has top-of-the-line security. So... We'd never get hacked. Ow, I just hit my fucking head on the mic stand. Probably gonna go here in a minute.
I gotta go now too.
Oh, okay. Okay, last wrap-ups for the stream. Oh, what day is Newgrounds Day? The 6th?
Yeah, 6th.
Yeah, that's the day I'm planning on
July.
releasing Poor Decisions, is the 6th of next month. If it doesn't end up panning out like that, well, sorry, but hopefully by the 6th we'll have all of it done. I might need some
Yeah, but it's July.
words. Isn't next month July?
No, June.
Oh my god, I have a whole nother month. Oh,
Yeah, you have time.
I thought Poor Decisions like needed to be done like now.
Nah, but you need to act like it. You need to act like you haven't got much time.
Well, like I still want to get it done next week so I can start working on Rylee Adventures, and then I'll just wait to release it. We also have another Poor Decisions-esque short in the works. It's not the ones that I wrote, but it's the one that one of our producers here at Rylee Studios wrote, Iron. He wrote like a full, like 2.5 minute short or 2 minute short for Dalton. And he's gonna be like tackling the whole thing by himself. So we're gonna see if I can be replaced. Basically. I mean, I already kind of know the answer. My writing style isn't like stellar or anything. Without the voice actors, I'm nothing. But,
Yeah, nobody is. Nobody's able to create anything without the voice actors.
Yeah.
Unless, I don't know, you're like good at everything.
Yeah, unless you're Alex Hirsch.
Yeah.
I would say another name, but he's been canceled.
Oh, yeah, unless you're, I guess we could say Ed.
Oh yeah, well, Ed.
Or no,
Ed's-
Tom Scott. He's still doing everything from the writing to the acting to the, he even does music.
Well, when it comes to animations, he doesn't do those anymore.
Yeah, that's the one thing he can't do because he doesn't have like the patience to like do it.
Yeah. But yeah, so Poor Decisions should be out on the 6th. I don't know what that was. And then Iron's episode will probably actually be out before Poor Decisions Forever.
Actually, you know what? Maybe you should make it the 4th because it's the 4th Poor Decisions and it's on July 4th.
That would be good marketing. But then what would we release on Newgrounds Day?
Oh,
Maybe
just release it on
maybe
Newgrounds.
maybe the Newgrounds version.
Yeah, release it on Newgrounds 2 days later with a bonus scene.
With like it's like Pacey, like I don't know, in the corner. That's it. That's all I got.
Well, I'm doing that something like that for
There's
Rob's robot.
There's a short out there that it's me and Pacey and Dalton, all the original voice actors. We're all sitting around and I start recording and I say, "All right, Pacey, so what do you think about the Rylee Adventure OnlyFans?" And then Dalton says, "Do it. Do it. I'll pay money." And I'm like, "All right, so Pacey, you in?" And he's like, "No." And I was like, "All right, so the first episode will be me and Dalton, and then Pacey will join in on the second episode." And then Dalton says, "No. That can be all you. I'll just watch from the side." It's a short loss to time. For good reason. It was kind of bad. That sucked. But yeah, after Poor Decisions is done, we're going on Rylee Adventure episode 1 again.
You remember the lost short that I had?
Which one?
The one where I put the computer like system and holds data in the recycling bin and then it blows up the computer.
Yeah. That was.
Yeah, I was gonna remake that anyway.
I thought that was still out.
Yeah, that's been deleted because I just thought it was like really bad. It was really lazy.
Yeah, well, it'll be okay. I remember there's a Lost Adventure Lads episode out there. It was going to be an April Fool's one where you went around the town and everybody started like hating on Rob and he had to like survive. I still have the full like.
Oh yeah,
Animatic,
okay, I know
if
which
you
one you're
will.
talking about.
What?
I still have that.
Yeah, I still have all the like stuff for that because I was gonna voice in it or whatever and it never got done.
That one's actually full like narration.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to help with that, like once everything else is done. We can work on that later. I wanted to do that for Halloween.
Yeah. It'll be a while from now. I got a lot of work ahead of me.
Yeah.
I think with the new direction we went with episode 1, this is going to be the last time I do anything episode 1. I know I said that the last 2 times we've re-released it, but for real this time, I really think
third time is the charm.
I know. I really do think, though, that this is... the way that we have this episode right now, it's really good. It's really good. I like it. Iron likes it. I haven't gotten the boys to come over and do the lines yet. That'll be tomorrow. Or no, Friday.
I have to get James to redo lines.
Thank you,
but
Christ!
He's just like... Huh?
Sorry. I said, thank you, Christ!
But it's like almost impossible.
No, like, legitimately, when he sent those lines over, I literally was like, okay, I'm gonna just do the voice myself. Like,
Damn, you think you can do the voice better?
Yeah, all in a day's work. It wouldn't sound like James, but it would sound better than somebody, like, just reading a script. There's a difference between acting and reading a script, and like that day, for some reason, he was just like reading a script.
Yeah, I know.
I
even made him more. I made it more like expressive in this remade one. I just want to get the lines, and then I can do the rest. If I don't have the lines, like I'm just like.
Just have me.
I'm stuck where I am right now.
Nice job, kids. I'll be the new James. Either that or if you can't get him to do it, the new voice actor you have for the genie, he sounds unironically very similar to James. I don't know if that is the James voice actor, but the dude that does the genie.
The James voice actor is James.
Well, I know, but whoever did the
Hutendao. Hutendao is
he's
the genie.
He sounds very similar to James. And I feel like if you can't get James to do it, that would be your next best option.
Yeah, and he's from the like Kentucky, one of those like where the accent is like a lot more like where they actually speak in that accent, unlike James, who's just like imitating it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I actually when it came out, I thought James was the one that voiced the genie. You actually had to tell me that somebody else voiced it.
But I had credits.
I know you had credits, but I figured that was just another way of saying, like, I figured that was like James' YouTube channel or something.
Okay, his YouTube channel is actually Box Hunter, but I'd never call him that because like in the show he's known as James, and I just call him James in the like credits. I just put his name as that.
Yeah, hold on, let me.
Welcome back to the Sleeping Doge. Featuring me, the artful. Well, definitely the last half of 2024 is like the artful Hutendao.
Yeah, he sounds very similar to even just listening to some of his videos. I don't know. I feel like if you showed him some voice clips of James and you said, "Hey, can you do this voice?" He's like, "Yeah, sure," and then he just does it. What?
Yeah, but it's not like his voice is not as deep. That's why.
Oh, yeah, well...
It wouldn't really work.
Yeah. You can always pitch his voice down as well, post.
But if I really need to, then yeah.
Yeah.
This is
You
why...
really need to, but this is why you need to get James and... all that in order. That's why I've gotten a new Dalton voice actor.
This is why I don't want the James character in the show anymore.
Well, you don't have to... Here's my thing. This is what I'm doing with Dalton. and I'm going to explain this live on stream. I don't hate Dalton as a character or as a person. It's the fact that, like, we live super far away now from each other. It's very hard to get his lines, and when they come in, they don't sound very good because of the audio quality. And also, every time he sends them in, I have to have him redo them at least once or twice, and usually he doesn't say the lines that I need him to say. So what I did is I'm going to have somebody else voice Dalton. I'm going to change up the design of the character a little bit so it matches that actor a little bit more. But I'm going to keep the Dalton name. I'm not going to switch the name. Dalton Sater is a character. This is where we're going to start separating characters from people. Because it's the same thing with Ed's World, same thing with Blue's Clues, all these different shows where it's like, hey, that's Steve from Blue's Clues. No, that's Steve Burns. This is like when we're in real life, we need to separate the two. So like, you don't need to ever just keep the same voice actors. I'd say keep the characters. If you,
I don't want to keep the character though.
Well,
all I'm saying is the way I wrote it, like there's much more like stakes, and actually feels like they're losing in a way if one of the lads were to bite the dust.
Yeah. Me personally right now, I think a lot of people that I've talked to about Adventure Lads, they say that James is their favorite character. And if you start doing more character building for the other characters, that may change. Like, Vasile has a lot of untapped potential too.
Yeah, he's gonna have his arc where he becomes the villain slowly.
Yeah, and then Rob obviously is the main character, so he has a lot of potential. But if you don't have any plot, if you don't have any like character building moments, the person that sounds the coolest is going to be the coolest character. Like, for instance, right now with rylee Adventure, there isn't a lot of story out there, so they're just going off looks and sounds of characters, and everybody seems to love Pacey. That was done for a reason, because Pacey's design not only looks cool, but he also sounds cool. You know, he's your, like, cool, wacky friend that likes to go fucking make poor decisions. Dalton's character is written as the calm, collective kind of, like, you know, he can still crack jokes and stuff, but he's more serious than the other two. And Riley's just kind of your average middle guy, you know, kind of stuck up a little bit at the beginning. And he's just built to be kind of like a, not exactly main character, but he's the main character you got. You know what I mean? Like, this is the show centered around him. Pacey should be the main character. That's how the story's written, because it's the adventure and the perspective of Rylee, but realistically, Pacey's the fun, wacky character, while the other two are kind of dragging him down. But we're showing the show's in Riley's perspective, so that's just kind of how the show is going. But with more character development, the other two characters can definitely become as favored as Pacey.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyways, I'd just like to take this time to clarify that the Poor Decision shorts are not canon to the actual show. Who would have thought? But I think when the actual show comes out, there's going to be a lot more differentiate. Like, for instance, Dalton's no longer going to have a hoodie. He's going to have a button-up. He's still going to have his overcoat on, but it's going to be a button-up instead of a hoodie, and he'll have longer hair instead of the shorter hair, just to kind of differentiate him a little bit more.
That's fair.
Yeah. So when you do that scene with Rylee, Pacey, Dalton for 3, I'll have to go in and do the Dalton character over again.
So what's your like thoughts on James, like, as a character?
I like James is a very good plot device. He's 100 years old. You know, he's
200.
200 years old, even better. He's a very good plot device because he can be the character that, like, oh, the kids are doing something stupid. Hey, kids, stop doing that stupid thing. Oh, we're gonna do it. They go do the stupid thing. James has to go save them. And then they all grow as James learns to, you know, side more with the lads or something. Like how he calls, originally he just calls them boys or whatever, and then over time he calls them lads. It's kind of that, but like just small little character builds like that really does help flesh out the characters. And James being the wise old man, kind of like mentor to the group, just kind of building those characters out, and like he has his own lore, but then you also have your characters outside of him that are building as well.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know.
And then with Rob, he's like, yeah, the goofy one. Kind of he's the main character, but yeah, he does silly things that get everyone into trouble.
Yeah.
He usually has a good idea, but it's got like a flaw. And then you have Lucille, who is like the Dalton of the group. Always like serious, but also like easy to anger. And then finally there's David, who would be like, I don't know, he'd be like the one that doesn't really, he's like the quiet, like the reserved one.
I see David as more of the comic relief, over, at least of what I've seen of him so far.
Yeah, he's both like comic relief, but he's also like,
The quiet one, yeah.
he's kind of a wild card.
And
Because he's, like,
forever be
unpredictable.
known as Amen brother.
Yeah, the amen guy.
Alright guys, I have to go. I have to go to work. But I don't know if I'll be live again. I'll be working on animations when I get home, so